What's bracking, guys? Welcome to this FIFA 20 gameplay analysis video, FIFA 20 demo gameplay analysis video. So I played a few hours of the demo, a couple on stream, a little bit off stream as well. So we're basically having a collection of highlights here with some of the things I liked and didn't like from the video. Pretty much the big issue for me, glaring issue, was the defensive AI, especially in the final third. They just off a kickoff here, pretty much it looks like the kickoff glitch may be a problem, especially in Ultimate Team. They're just kind of dropping deep, inviting pressure, and just look at this part. They're just kind of retreating into their box here, and that's just going to invite pressure and lead to a goal. So that's something that definitely could be an issue, not only in career mode, but in Ultimate Team. We'll see how the Ultimate Team crowd ends up reacting to that, because obviously I know they pretty much dictate a lot of the gameplay fixes, the patches, and all that. So maybe they'll actually complain enough to get this fixed, but that's just not something you'd like to see, obviously. I mean, challenge-wise, I just not feel too much of a challenge, honestly, playing the demo. This was on Legendary. Every game was on Legendary for you weirdos. Oh, this is a world class. This isn't possible. You're playing on world class or professional or something. No, this is all on Legendary. So I could have shown this for all you weirdos. But either way, we'll get into some more highlights here. Just defensively, you actually see the right center back completely tucked in for no reason. He's marking no one really, so that leaves everything open for that kind of little low cross there. And you'll see more clips really of the defense. Just the line defensively was pretty poor throughout this. It would drop back so much, and then just the marking itself was pretty bad. You can see here again, the center back's just completely dragged out, man marking unnecessarily, running into zones that they don't really need to be running into, leaving a big chance open, a big gap open for a chance to be taken there. And again, just kind of dropping really deep the defense. I just don't like seeing that in these situations. It makes it really easy. Just a simple goal scored there due to that. Obviously, it's on the corner, so maybe that has something to do with it, but still in general, I feel like the defensive line was always so deep, especially once you kind of approach that final third, which made it really too easy. So something I really hope is fixed. That is one thing that sliders can fix also, though. Really shout out to Matt 10, all the people in Operation Sports that do sliders. Really helps out the game be somewhat more enjoyable. So if you have some issues, think of that. But also, again, just the ball watching from defenders here. So a skill to beat him, to beat the fullback, and he just stands there. What is he doing? He just stands there. Obviously, he gets the ball back, but a lot of that I saw throughout, especially from fullbacks for whatever reason. Fullback positioning is something else that can be fixed with sliders, but still in this gameplay highlight. So Robertson was obviously kind of staying out wide, I guess, to help out support, but just completely like warped forward to leave this gap open for me to get through down that wing. Didn't create anything out of it, but still some more strange stuff from the AI. And again, just a gigantic gap left unnecessarily. I'm not sure what the defender was doing there, and another goal scored from that. And this is, again, Legendary. My main issue with Ultimate also, I obviously there's the option of Ultimate, but still, Ultimate last FIFA was really just, the AI was honestly terrible, defensively also, but they would score random long shots. That's what I thought Ultimate was. Personally, whenever I played it, that's what it felt like. I didn't feel like they were actually smarter or good, the AI. This became superhuman random spurts. Pretty much is what it felt like, in my opinion. So now again, going forward here, just some ball watching from Van Dijk. I mean, he has the opportunity to clear that, it looks like, but he just kind of stands there, looks at it, and that's just another theme. Again, ball watching from the defenders. Not really sure how that shot actually occurred, too. You'd think there'd be some kind of clattering together, maybe for a foul, or just wouldn't be a foul. But that's something I noticed. Some of the animations can be clunky. I do think there's some good animations with like shielding and stuff like that. I think in tight spaces, pretty good from time to time. But still, again, fullback unnecessarily just kind of running around, and then they pretty much clatter together, fall over. And again, just not sure what the fullback is doing. So obviously gambled, then just very indecisive, then falls down or creates, I'm not sure if it was the same fullback who fell down, but still creates that moment in the end. Notice a lot of players falling down on the pitch just randomly, just random collisions. because of stuff like that, little running into each other unnecessarily. Something that is really engine, and I think, when you think about it. So now again here, being played through, that little weird animation again from a fullback. He just kind of stuttered and went backwards instead of like actually trying to track the run or something. And we'll actually look at it again here. You can see him just, I don't know why that's a thing. Slowing it down, you can see again the right back just not doing anything. He just kind of warped backwards, stood there, watched, is now kind of jogging back. I don't know what's up with the fullbacks. It's not very promising, and just in general, the defensive line is not looking very good. And an interesting moment here. You actually hear a little commentary in a bit, but random little animation necessarily. I noticed there's kind of weird animations like that from time to time. You also see it an instance with the goalkeeper. I also move over to here to kind of see it in slow-mo and kind of let something else play in the background. So, yeah, the Viper, baby. That's the only thing that I think that can explain that because really, okay, what happened honestly was he was like going for a header unnecessarily, but why is he going for a header there in that moment when obviously he's not going to win the ball? Why is he not going to win the ball? Why is he doing that? He's not going to win the ball. It's very unnecessary. But either way, we'll get into some better moments. I think they're again, like I said before. Well, we'll get into some better moments in a bit. But again, a kickoff goal will actually show that another kickoff goal, just a little bit too easy. I think at least, and also the midfielder just stood there. You see how the midfielders just kind of stood there and just froze. That is something I just noticed again looking at that clip. The midfielder just kind of stood there and froze. And that's probably, that shouldn't happen. They should kind of be active on and off the ball. And again, just all out of sorts, the back line, there's kind of running and marking unnecessarily. It looks like they just can't stay still. They just have to move all the time. It just keeps everything out of sorts, especially, when more runs are coming. Just look at that back line. Just look at the still I basically took of it. Pretty much all everywhere, just scattered everywhere. Not much of a line itself. And that's something that is going to be really easy to break down. I mean, for people who I just play a little bit of the demo here and there, obviously you're not going to know how to. But once the full game comes out, take some time playing the game, it'll become a little bit too easy. Obviously, some games like that in general, but still, it probably shouldn't be like that. And now another weird animation, very similar to the one with Van Dijk, just kind of getting RKO'd. Now showing the goalkeeper here. He dove pretty unnecessarily when he could have probably just gotten up and gotten back to the ball. So good save. I know someone in the stream basically said, it's Courtois, so it makes sense. But still, he did not need to dive. He probably would have still could have just gotten up quickly and got to that ball, but still. Either way, though, getting into some actual good highlights here. I do think in tight spaces and the physical play looks pretty good from time to time. You can see the shielding I like from both the CPU and the human actually seems to be effective, because last year it was not effective at all. And sometimes you're not even shielding itself, but the game will actually do it for you, which I think kind of makes sense. You shouldn't have to be holding LT or L2 the whole time. And again, just kind of here showing it again. I didn't really use the LT, I don't think, at this point until a little bit of the turn here and there. So again, I think in tight spaces the game plays pretty nicely. There's some good mechanics here and there. But overall, it can be a bit clunky from time to time. And just the engine itself probably needs a revamp, I'd say. And then there's obviously just the whole defensive AI issue. So let me know your thoughts, though, of the demo, how you guys have felt about it so far, all of you who have played it. Personally, I like the mechanics. Like I said before, I think shooting feels... I've heard shooting was actually really good before the patch of the beta. And just in general, I heard from people who played both career mode, like career mode, kickoff, and pro clubs. For people who kind of like the slower, more realistic stuff, pre-patch beta was actually really good from what I've heard. So hopefully some of the shooting mechanics can go back to that. But I do like the passing. Dribbling feels pretty good. But just the defensive AI can really be a game killer. Like I said, there's sliders, though, and hopefully maybe things can be cleaned up or have been cleaned up before the full game comes out, because it's really chaotic defensively in the midfield from time to time. It's been like that for a few FIFAs, but of course, I think just in a sense, I guess they want to cater more to casuals and have some more goals and stuff, but it shouldn't really come to the expense of just having the whole defense look pretty awful in general. But let me know your thoughts again, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. All of you who like these kind of analysis and kind of want that more realistic gameplay and are kind of nitpicky like me. Just in general, I said it before on Twitter, but sports games have been just on a big decline. Doesn't matter what sport, really. Every sport out there in the world, it seems like, has had a big decline in sports games, like in the career modes, gameplay wise, ever since probably the introduction of the Ultimate Team type mode. Probably has killed off most sports games, but either way, I hope that things can get cleaned up gameplay wise, because career mode actually looks like it may be a bit more promising, and hopefully some more attention will be put into it throughout. But again, let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hit that like button. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Also, follow me on Twitch if you haven't. And stay tuned for live streams with PES 2020 along with FIFA 20 as well. So with that, my beautiful Chalupa lovers, hit that like button. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.